Dharma Horse is a true sanctuary in the high desert of New Mexico, where we dreamed of building a track system for the horses where they could live a natural life, safe, well cared for, happy in a herd situation. That 24/7 care and compassion reaches into all types of weather. We can have drought and high winds with blowing dust we have to protect them from with shelters and fly masks and awareness of what they face and what we face. We can have floods that come rushing down from the mountain and the water can take over and we can't use the road, but we can walk in to take care of the horses, that 24/7, 365 days a year care. And when the weather turns bitter cold and we end up with moisture, we'll have these snow situations where the horses have to be blanketed, turn out rugs that are water repellent. Sometimes we have to double the rugs and we have to put 2 good blankets on the horses that are 30 years old, 35 years old, even 40 years old. There was a big fire that started north of us at a neighbor's, and it spread very quickly and came toward the track system and of course our shelters and all those things. We had protocols in place. We had a plan for any kind of emergency like this, and one of the things was that we would get the entire herd in the giant round yard. Of course, we had Pepper and Bodie turned out for the day in the round yard, and Mark was getting Bodie, and I had to take little Pepper, who's the Mustang colt that came with the healed up broken leg. I've been teaching him to lead, and he led so well back over to the infirmary barn, which I had soaked with water, so everything was sopping wet. We had a plan that we could change where they were if we had to. So got him, and Bodie was coming behind, which is why he was like, oh, I'm going to come out the gate. Where's Bodie? Mark got Bodie into the infirmary pen, and then quickly I ran around to get the horses on the other side, got Sage to come into the round yard. Mark was catching Luna to use her to lead those on this side over to the gate, and I went and got Lung Ta and Dream Cat, and I led Lung Ta with his fly mask, sorry Lung Ta, and got them all into the round yard. The round yard is safe. The fences are all metal. The fire was burning our fences on the track system, so we really had to secure these horses and get them safe. So it turned out okay, and we took tractor loads of water in the bucket to pour on things back there because we didn't have a hose long enough to get to it, and finally fire department came and soaked it all. But it was really good to have had that plan, and I'm glad it worked really well. We're all safe. Our new dream is to build a run-in shed, very large, in the center of the round yard, where horses can shelter, where we can do vet work and hoof trimming out of the elements. It would be all metal, which would make it fireproof and secure and sturdy in any kind of weather. Providing nourishing, high-quality hay is the most important thing that we do for these horses. We have to get our hay from many different sources because we feed many different kinds of hay. We have good storage, and we chop hay for horses that have no teeth. We chop it and soak it so they can eat. The work is non-stop for these horses, and it is such a good purpose in life to provide them with this sort of environment where they have enrichments and they have proper food and they have the exercise they need. They have the companionship, the bonding. It is a very good life. When an intake comes to Dharma horse, at first they have to stay in quarantine and they may need treatments. We have to sanitize everything and everyone who is with the horse, and this will go for 10 days, 2 weeks, 30 days, depending on the circumstances in which they came. We have the most remarkable infirmary barn where we can keep horses that need special treatments and do work like floating teeth. We do dentals every year, checking on them. Hoof trimming is an absolute essential, that we keep our horses barefoot and properly trimmed. X-rays are often needed. There are so many aspects to proper care. The exercise being one of the most vital parts. And play. A colt playing is just such a fun thing to see these days, since the majority of our horses are in their 20s, 30s, and have been in their 40s. Little Pepper is our colt who came to us to stay in sanctuary for the rest of his life. Is it worth the constant awareness, day in, day out, the constant care for these horses? Oh yes, it's worth it. They are worth it.